What's going on, everybody? Hello. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? I know I can. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. Give me a shout out. Let me know where you're at. Put it in the chat. So I can say hello. So I can say what's going on. So I can say all those wonderful things to you. You took time to come to be with us. So I want to be able to acknowledge you while you're here. Thank you for being patient with this. You know, technology can sometimes be our friend, and other times. But at the end of the day, it still does what it do. It will still work in the best way that we can make it work. So we are here. We are here. We are here. This is the recap. You know, we just got finished doing the 10th annual celebrating who you Women's Conference and Expo here in the beautiful city of Philadelphia, of the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, I might add. And let me tell you, I just have some people that I'm going to bring to you tonight. So we're going to just kind of do a recap and just kind of talk about all the excitement that occurred and that happened just a few days ago. It seems like it was yesterday. It seems like I'm just for words right now. People keep asking me, are you okay? Are you back? And I'm like, somewhat. I'm still taking it all in. This was, that's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to bring to you right now, I'm going to share with you. So in case you're trying to figure out what I'm talking about, like, what are you talking about? Listen, we had something special going on here in the city of Philadelphia. We had speakers from Jamaica, from Barbados, from Florida, North Carolina, Virginia, New Jersey, Texas. Oh my gosh. They came from all over, near and far. Listen, I can't even, that's all I can just go. And we also had another special treat. I'm going to show you who that special treat was. You ready? You want to know who it was? So I'm going to have to block myself for a second so you can see who this treat was. We had in the building none other than, yes! You see that? You see this? Where my fingers at? Right here. That's me. Yeah. And you know who that is? So we had, as you like to say, we had the butter and the duck. So let me bring somebody to the stage, somebody that's part of my team, more than just my team. She's a BSA. What's a BSA? It's a best-selling author from my amazing authors from the Her Story, Him Story, Her Story 2 anthologies. She is a fellow Power Voice alum like myself with the great Les Brown. And she's also Team CYWC. So let me just bring up my ambassador. I see her backstage. She's dancing. Let's go. Miss Andrea Adams. Woo! Yo, listen. Andrea, it's so crazy because I just got finished talking for like 2 seconds. I was just thinking about you. And you were just sharing about how full. I mean, I don't know. Let's just wrap. Let's recap this thing. What you want to tell the people?
Ooh, oh my goodness, it's just so amazing to be here right now, and even just talking about. I wish you guys could see my goosebumps. As Helen was saying when she called me, I told her, I said I was just thinking about you because this weekend was so full. You had to have been there to experience it. You had to have been there to feel that energy. And any of you who know and understand life and life force know that it's all about energy. And when I tell you that vibe in that room was amazing, it was on high. It was 1,000 plus. And don't even get me started. When they brought out my mentor, My mentor, the legendary Les Brown. Oh my goodness, it hyped up that vibe even more. So if you were not there, I promise you, you missed out. But don't worry, this is year 10. So you know what that means? That there will be a year 11. So I promise you, if you missed out year 10, make sure that you mark your calendars for the second week in December next year, because I know we're only going up from here. And when I tell you it was full, each speaker brought it home. It was filled with so many nuggets. Don't even let's go to the workshop. We had some phenomenal people who were there just pouring into you, ready to take you to the next level. When I tell you this is year 4 with CYWC, and I am just growing within this unity, this sisterhood, this brotherhood, this family. Because when I say it's a family, it is a family. It's more than just an, uh, an expo, it is a movement. And if you find yourself with us, you'll find that you cannot remain stagnant. You will grow. And coming to the expo, you're coming there to grow, to learn, to network. So I'm just inviting you to just stay a little bit more here with us as Carolyn and the others come and they give you some nuggets on what happened over this weekend. Okay? Yes.
Wow, wow. Okay, okay. I'm sitting here. I'm listening to you. I'm getting goosebumps just hearing you. And I don't know about anybody else, but if you're like, if you feel like you were there, just from that little bit that you heard Andrea say, I want you to put in the chat. It's like, yeah, just say yeah, just say yeah. We're gonna make it simple. Just say yeah, because the excitement, like even it's like the excitement before, the excitement during, but the excitement after when you think about it, like I can't even separate year 1 from year 10. Like it just it's like the conference that never ends. It just, the excitement just stays with you. It's a long lasting memory. You know, you just said you're year 4 coming to this conference. And how does it feel? Does it feel any different from the first time, the second, the third, the fourth? Like, share that with everybody.
I would be lying if I say it's not it that it doesn't feel different, because it actually does, and in a good way. Each year brought its own unique nugget to me, and but there's one constant in everything: the energy in the room. And that's why again I'm getting goosebumps just even thinking about it. The energy in the room is real. So that is one of the constants. And all that each year had its unique flavor, its unique speakers. That's what makes it different. There was one thing that was constant: that energy. You come there, you cannot leave the same. You feel full. You leave there fueled, motivated, knowing and actually being encouraged, seeing others. You see others who have grown over the time because of the connections that they would have made. They've grown over the time because of the word and the messages that they would have received. So you don't come there, you can't come there and leave the same way. You can't.
No, you absolutely can't. And this crowd was just about to bring somebody up, but now he just went back, so I got to wait for him to pop back in. So you definitely can't. You definitely come one way, and you leave a different way. And there's something about the repeat. There's something about a first timer, and there's something about the repeat. Like you said, each year you get something different from it, but yet the constant is that it pours into you. This is what I hear, this is what I feel, and this is what I see continuously. So let me see, I'm trying to see if I put the right one up. So, you know, you said as far as the speakers, I think this is the right one. I don't know, I have so many different. No, that's the ambassadors. That's you. So you're one of the ambassadors right there. That's the team. So that's perfect. That's Team CYWC. Andrea is representing all of those amazing, beautiful smiles from near and far. Some of them were able to grace us physically at the conference. Others were virtual ambassadors. So listen, shout out to all the ambassadors. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We couldn't have did this without the team effort. Like, this is Team CYW. Like, everyone wants to be part of Team CYWC. Like, this is the best. I'm just saying it's the best team ever. The best team ever, the best ambassadors ever. I don't know. I'm just saying. I might be a little biased because it's my team, but I'm just saying. Full of excitement, full of opportunities, full of. See, here's the best part about it. Like, even though they're part of the conference, but once you're on this team, you're on the team for any type of opportunity, for all things. So, listen, we'll be, we might put something out there to ask for some more coming, but for right now, that's the team. Thank you, guys.
If you would allow me to share a little bit more and expand on that. So,
okay, absolutely.
I want to give you guys a backstory. I said yes to Carolyn when we did the Her Story book. And what I tell you, when I said yes, I gained 24 new sisters. When I tell you we're not, when I say we're not just an organization, it's a movement. And not only is it a movement, but you gain people who actually become family. These ladies, they pray for you, they support you. We've supported each other, following each other in different parts of not just the United States, but outside of the USA, supporting each other in terms of whatever it is that we have going on. So it's like a sisterhood. So when I talk about being connected with Carolyn, that's one way that I was able to be connected with her. But once you've made that connection, you're for sure going to find yourself in a situation where you just got to be ready. I've had times when Carolyn is like, Andrea, are you ready? Here's this. You ready to pack your bags this weekend? This is what we're doing. This is where we're going. When I tell you guys, I've reached as far as speaking at the NAACP in Atlantic City. That's as far as Carolyn has taken me. And she's always there to take someone else along the journey with her. So whenever you say yes to anything, whether it's CYWC or Her Story or whatever vision it is that she comes up with, for sure that you are going a far way. And it's not a dead-end journey. It's a journey of growth. It's a journey of empowerment. It's a journey of support. So that's why I asked her to expand a little bit more, if I can expand a little bit more, when she spoke about our CYWC sisters. Yes, they're sisters and brothers, because we literally become a family, and you just got to be ready. If I must say anything, always be ready. And just let me expand a little bit more on the mentality of being ready. A lot of times when opportunities do come forth to anyone, sometimes you can't plan it. Sometimes an opportunity comes there and that door only opens once. So if you do not have the mentality of being ready, and then sometimes even you might not know the how. Another thing, that's what I like to encourage people in doing. You might not know the how. You always have to be ready to jump and then grow wings as you fall. A lot of times your learning experiences and your growth comes within being ready, being able to take that step. So when I tell you we do have a wonderful family here at CYWC, and any other events that Carolyn is part of, any other initiatives, whether it's Her Story, Him Story, CYWC Conference, or NAACP, wherever it is that she's taking us, you just got to always be ready. Now, last weekend, our theme was Press On. And that gives me a great reflection of the journey that I've had with Carolyn over the last 4 years, because guess what? It was a journey which we were able to celebrate that 10th anniversary because we pressed on. When I tell you that there are challenges and there are so many stories from just creating these moments, we have created new stories that we can share, stories of faith, stories of resilience, stories of healing. It's amazing. We still have so much more to offer you guys, so much more to show that you cannot give up no matter what the journey is. And as you hear and as you go along and continue to follow Carolyn, you will see people who have been able to blossom and grow just from being part of this journey. And guess why we were able to do that? That's because we pressed on. It's important to press on no matter what. One of the things I want people to remember, no matter what's going on in your life, each of us, if you are alive and you don't have obstacles, if you're alive and you don't have challenges, then you're not alive. Because guess what? People may not always speak about their journey. People might not always speak about their obstacles. They may not always speak about what's going on. But trust me, there is always something that's going on, even if it's not with you personally. You may have a relative who's close to you who's having some type of challenge that you take on as your own. But the long and short of everything is we all have struggles. So when we see other people who seem to be soaring as if it's so easy, don't take it lightly because we do not know how they got there. Do not know the obstacles that they had to face, the hurdles that they had to jump to get to that point. So remember to keep pressing on, as this year's theme said, press on, keep going, because especially with us, CYWC, her story, and under the umbrella of Be Magnified, you know that you have that support. You have that sisterhood, that brotherhood, that family, a family that literally prays. Sometimes we don't even know what we're praying for, but we may see a message in the group that say, hey, I want you to pray for me. And you just have to exercise that faith and pray. Now, until Caroline returns, I just want to share another highlight of the weekend. I hope I'm not jumping a little bit too far here, but Caroline has actually taken that initiative to be able to recognize people who are doing things within the community. Unfortunately, I have been blessed with being able to be awarded one of the Magnify Essence, Magnify You awards. And this is a Magnified Mover Award. And this is something that she's been doing for a few years now. Actually, identifying and highlighting men and women across the globe who have been doing stuff. Sometimes they have not even been noticed for the things that they're doing. But when I tell you, when you really look into what Caroline is doing and the way that she is serving our community, serving those who are around us, it is mind-blowing. She's actually given people the opportunity to receive their flowers when they're still alive. So when I tell you CYWC, magnify you, this entire movement is something that is beyond comprehension. I believe it's a spiritual downpour that God Himself has put on Caroline, a journey for her to move and serve and be able to even reach the underserved. So when I tell you, if you're able to be part of this celebration, it is nothing short of an amazing opportunity. Now, let's see who else is here.
Yeah, I know who is here. I was just like, okay, go on, keep going. Wow.
Take over, but I'm just so excited because I feel like I'm so filled.
Yeah.
Very filled.
Yeah. And you needed that space, right? We need that space. That's what the recap is about. Because we're so full. I'm telling you, it was to have, dreams become possible. Dreams can be a reality. It could be your reality. And that's what happened on Saturday here in Philadelphia. I was sitting there looking for all of the different, you talked about all the speakers and all the award, like you're one of the awardees. And yes, that's been since day one. I've been giving out that same award for the past 10 years. So there's at this point, there's over 75 men and women who have received this Magnified Mover Award or Men of Valor Award because this is something that God just showed me and said, okay, listen, you're doing something phenomenal. You need to be recognized. I see you. And the thing is, I don't have to know you. I don't have to know you to know you. I don't have to see you to see you. But I do. And the only thing that's required is a yes. That's it. That's it. And I take care of the rest because God allows me to take care of the rest. So I wanted to kind of go over some of, because, you talked about, you talked about a lot of stuff. So you mentioned Her Story. Oh my gosh, that our sisters and brothers from Her Story and Him Story, it's unmatched. When I tell you, I can't wait to share some of these pictures. It gave me goosebumps. So I want to pull something up, and you're going to go, oh my gosh, this is from the very beginning. Like, remember that?
Wow, I remember this. Yeah. Oh, that was our Philly photo shoot.
Photo shoot. Yes, we had a Philly photo shoot. And we have all these our t-shirts. I am her. I think it was what is it? Queen Adversity, Queen something over adversity. I can't remember what the shirts say, but I am her, you are her, we are her, because that's literally what this whole community was all about. So that was our Philly photo shoot. I had to pull that up. I was like, you talk about Her Story, and you came to Philly for that. So that was amazing.
Yes.
That just like you said, it's just a whole vibe tribe, right? It's not just the CYWC. It's more than CYWC. It's MYE. It's Magnify Your Essence. It's the Institute. It's the Power Hour. It's the Beacons Light Retreat. It's so much. It's crazy, but it's a whole vibe. It's a whole vibe. So we had some speakers. And I just want to read some of these titles, because we're going to bring you one. We had workshops, and we had speakers, spotlight speakers that just gave us a 1-2 punch. And then we was able to dig deeper, and we had some workshops. So I want to just read a couple of the titles of how the order of the speakers went. And just the titles. Can you imagine the rest that they gave us to press forward? To press on, to press forward. Listen, challenges. Why are they important in your life? I heard you say we have challenges.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Push to shift. Using beliefs for mindset transformation by Dr. Maury. Challenges, that was actually from Charlene, all the way from Jamaica. Push to shift. Using beliefs for mindset transformation from Dr. Maury, all the way from Brooklyn's in the house. It's never too late. From Empress Diana, all the way from Florida by way of Jamaica. Cleaning your lens to change your view, Dr. Vanita. Then we had Be the Right You from Kamala. We had from Shanda Bear Shiro Show Up. She came in her whole Wonder Woman outfit. She was ready. Shiro Show Up. Then we had Tom, because men come to this thing too. He said it was the ride to victory, surviving trauma and addiction. And then we had Dr. Nikki that gave us the Achieve Economic Empowerment and Financial Mobility. That was just the speakers.
Oh, yeah.
That was just the speakers. So before I bring up one of the workshop leaders, I just want to share one of the videos from one of the workshop leaders. So let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And here, let's just listen to Kai. Kai had...
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Kai was a little fireball. Let me see. What was Kai? Kai's workshop was transform your inner dialogue from self-doubt to strength. Let's just check out what her workshop was about.
Ever feel like your life suddenly freezes while everyone else moves forward at work, on social media, in your circle of friends? Winter 2023. Electrifying shocks in my arms and my fingers whenever I use them. I tried both non-invasive and invasive treatments. Yet here I am, fighting for the battle I never choose. Those negative chatter in your mind, those self-doubt, not being enough, they are real. In those darkest moments, I turn to what I know best, how our brain works. You see, our brain has the ability to imprison us, but it can also free us. So in this Celebrating You Women's Conference, I'm super excited to go through this journey with you, not only to feel empowered, but to feel equipped with the tools so that we can all learn how to rewire our brain. So that even on the worst days, we can still find that inner strength in us and silence those self-doubts. I feel very honored to meet you today. Let's own our struggles and our stories.
Wow. That's what I'm going to say is wow. That was Kai.
Powerful.
That was powerful. That was powerful. You know, while we're at it, because we have one of them live, but I'm going to let you just get a snippet because we have 4 workshop leaders. So that was Kai. Like, and listen, I had an opportunity to go and peek into all their workshops. When I tell you, they brought the fire, you know, because with this, you know, you have to have some confidence in everything that you do. And so we had Samantha. She brought the confidence to us. Let's see what she had to say.
Hi, my name is Samantha Murray. I am a motivational speaker, an author, as well as a life coach. And my inspiration, what I love and I enjoy so much about what I get to do, which is a pleasure and an opportunity, is to serve the women, to inspire them to be all that God has created them to be. My inspiration is seeing women thrive and fulfill their God-given purpose on this earth by doing it with everything they have in them, not worrying, sitting on the sideline, lacking things such as letting self-sabotaging ways do it, fear, financial concerns, you know, all of the stuff. I am here to encourage you to be the best you can be. So what I'm going to do for you is the gift that I am bringing to you on December the 14th is to master that confidence. Yes, the confidence that's already inside of you that is buried deep beneath all the lies that you tell yourself that you're unable to do it. No more. On that workshop, you're going to master confidence and you're going to leave encouraged to do exactly what God has gifted you to do. I can't wait to speak to you and get you ready and excited to live and thrive and be all that God has called you to be in 2025. Have a great day.
That was another powerful one.
Yes.
That was another powerful. Master it, girl. Mastering confidence. And we also had be your authentic self. Rediscover your purpose, passion, and inner power. Let's see what Debbie had to say.
Hey everyone, I am so excited to be part of the 10th annual CYWC Expo and Conference, where we are all going to make such tremendous connections. I'm Deb Heenahan, and I can't wait for you to join me in my workshop where I will share with you my secrets to help you be your authentic self and for you to rediscover your purpose, your passion, and your inner power. Now, whether you're longing for a little bit more out of life, or if you would love to just simply be you in every area of life, or if you're looking to embrace your gifts, find your worth and your self-value, then you've come to the right place. Now is the time to get real, living your truth and your story and stepping into your authentic self. We're going to have so much fun in this workshop together because we together will open up the door to the new you. And I can't wait to meet you and see you there.
Powerful.
Boy, oh boy. Like, just listen to those 3. I want to do this all over again. Can we get a do-over? Like, can someone type in the chat do-over? Like, just type do-over. Like, I want a do-over at this point. I'm like, I want to go to there. Yes. Okay. Charmaine. Yeah. She's like, this conference was power. Yes. I want to do this thing over. So, well, guess what? So I said there were 4 workshop leaders, right? So we just heard from Kai. Kai went with her amazing. uh, that was powerful. Like, if you didn't see it, how you can transform your inner dialogue from this self-doubt to strength. Whew. And then you had Samantha with confidence. Master this inner confidence that you have. And Deb talked about just being you. To really tap into and rediscover your purpose, your passion, and your inner power. It's interesting. I was on a call last night with my mentor, Les Brown, and we talked about your why. I want people out there to think about, what's your why? Because there's something behind what you do, why you do it, who you do it for, what's the outcome, and where. All those questions. But it really boils down to your why. What drives you? What motivates you? What's your why? Think about that. And when you think about that, it's really going to help you tap into those other things you heard from the other speakers that I mentioned, their topics, the workshop that we dived into. And when you're making changes in your life, when you're trying to navigate these changes, right? Backstage, when you're trying to navigate these changes, you get to harness this energy that you have for your personal, remember that, and your professional. It's beyond growth. It's your excellence. It's your excellence. This was brought to us by none other than, and we actually have her live with us tonight, y'all, workshop leader Tamara Causley Robinson. You ready to come to the stage?
I'm
Woo!
ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Ready.
Yeah, let's
Listen.
go back. Let's go back.
Do over. Yeah, I see. Look, Stacy came all the way from Texas. She was like, do over.
Do over. Yeah.
Do over. So Tamara, tell the amazing, beautiful people out there that's watching now on the replay. Just kind of listen. You heard us talking about, what sensation did they give you? Like, because you've been part of this before. You're not new to the game.
Not new to the game.
You're not new to this. You're true to this.
That is so for real. Yeah, I'm not new to this. And it's still brand new in so many ways, because we are always shifting, we're always changing, we're always growing. There's always something that can be added to us. And as long as you're open to it, right? You're like, I've been there, done that. Okay. That just leaves more for me. But yeah, it was an amazing day. The minute you turn the corner, you felt it, right? You're there and you're in the midst of people who are open and who wanted to know more, gave of themselves freely. And when you give freely, you get. And it was just amazing. It was unspeakable.
So you want to give them a snippet of what your workshop was. The floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, yeah, it started out with navigating change, right? And on the fly, I changed it to navigating the storm. Because storms in life come. There are indications that storms are coming. Are we paying attention to the signs? Does the storm sneak up on you? Or do you see that there's clouds moving in the distance? Do you see that they feel like that rumble in the earth? And how are you preparing yourself for what's to come? Because it's not if the storm comes, it's when the storm comes. And it happens to the best of us. And so we really focused on how to slow down, because that's one thing we don't always know how to do. How do we just keep going and going and going and going and thinking that we are immune to all the things that are going on around us? Many times as women, we say we have to be um, we have to be the storm. We have to be the effect of everything. And when we do that, we will wear ourselves out. And so, when do we take some time to prepare ourselves for change? Because change is inevitable. Change is going to happen. You cannot walk away from it. And if you do, it will wait for you. And so basically, there were five things that in my life and in my experience that helps me to navigate changes, to navigate storms. And first and foremost, feel the feels. Don't ignore that there's a feeling that you are experiencing. To ignore those feelings is only suppresses them for what's coming up next. So feel that feeling. Don't walk away from it, right? Breathe. How many of us are really breathing? There's many times that we hyperventilate ourselves through what's going on. And so when we are able to take a breath, when we're able to actually get a nice deep breath in, that brings clarity. And so with clarity, we can actually see things for what they really are, not for what we think that they are. Right. And so as you're able to get that clarity, get that footing again. How do I find my footing? And how do I find my foundation? Slow down, get ourselves into practices, and sometimes we call them self-care practices. But when was the last time I went out and took a walk? When was the last time I sat down and watched grass grow? Do I really even know what it is that helps me to find my foundation? And that's also very important, right? And then when you get to that place and you know where you are, you know who you are. Once that clarity comes, you know the truth about you. No matter what they may say, no matter what those little voices in your head, you know who you are. And so, how do you affirm yourself? Um, I have things all over my office, and one of the practices that we did in our workshop is people had a chance to choose from affirmation cards and really breathe in affirmative words to yourself, and then after that, what is the practice of how we continue to feed our confidence, how we continue to know who we are. And that's a daily practice. That's not something that is a one and done. Everybody needs to be able to you know get themselves to a place where they have some footing. And once you're there, find yourself community. Where are the people who can help you stand firm? Where are the people who can help you to be accountable to all that you say that you are, and who can help to, keep you lifted and uplifted? And so, and that part about community is really, really important. And CYWC, Carolyn started out with, this is my team. And if it wasn't for them, where would I be? Well, guess what? That's what's important for all of us. And so the most important thing about community is to have one when you need it, not just being search for one when you're in those places and spaces where you really need someone to help you to remember who you are. And so being a part of community is truly one of the most important things. And so that's what my workshop was about. And I had an opportunity to offer those who attended my workshop an opportunity to take advantage of um, a assessment and a debrief with me as their coach to help them to understand what are the elements of who they are and how they are able to find um, and capitalize on their strengths, and how you might be able to identify areas that are keeping you from being at your best. And it's called an Energy Leadership Index Assessment and Debrief. And so the offer was made to everyone who attended my workshop, and I'm ready to offer that to you all today. So the first 15 people, and Carolyn, you can help me with this technology. I have a link that's available, and whoever signs up, my first 15, I'm ready, willing, and able to offer that to 15 of your live audience members. In 2025, because we ready to take a break come this December. So yeah, that's what my workshop was about. Every time I share this information, I get something in return too, right? I'm able to understand more about myself every single day, and I'm able to help others to understand so much more about themselves as well. So I can't wait until the next conference. I can't wait until the next opportunity to learn and to continue to grow with this family that we have here.
Gotta unmute. Wow. I was getting how Andrew said I was getting goosebumps.
I am. Oh my goodness.
Now, when I popped into your class, you were playing a song? What was that? Because we were in the gym, and I was like,
yeah. And you know what? I had to get on Shazam because I listen to the music I listen to. And one of the things that we had started to talk about is when you aren't feeling yourself, what is your hype song? Like, what is the song that gets you right? What is that song that I don't care? It may be a little spicy, it may be whatever, but you need something that's going to get you from here to here. You just need something that's going to get you from here to here. And so it was, let me tell you what it was, because I got to tell you.
Carmen is here laughing because she knows mine.
I know Andrea's song.
What's your song, Andrea?
Go ahead, Andrea.
It's Gloria.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe about 2 conferences ago, I had almost everybody who stayed back dancing in the hallways to Gloria.
Calling Gloria.
Yeah, so this one was Conceited by Remy Ma.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Yes.
The beat is ridiculous. And so, and one of the attendees was like, this is my song. And I was like, okay. And, she played it, and Matthew gets out and he says, you want to hear it? And he has this little JBL speaker. I was like, he is on time. And we had a good time with that because, that's the thing. When it doesn't matter where we are at any moment, self-doubt can come. It comes and it's a human experience, right? And it happens to everybody. It happened to me. I was talking about me, and one of the participants was like, but you're a coach. I said, I don't care. I know what I do, but in that moment, nah.
Man, sometimes the coach need coaching too, right? You said the motivator need motivating. Lord knows.
Always. And so I know where I get mine from, though. I know where I get my strength. And in that moment, even though in the moment that I needed it the most, I get on a call, and we get, her, Renika. We were getting on a call to write because that's what we're doing. But in that moment, I needed her for something different. And she stood in the gap. She just let me have my way. I had to cry it out. I had to, it was one of those cries where you couldn't breathe, right? Which is why it's so important to breathe. I can't talk about a thing if I can't breathe. You can't do much if you're not breathing, So just take some time to slow your roll. Breathe.
Yeah. Slow your
Breathe.
roll,
It was
breathe.
so good. So good.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Just slow your roll
Hmm.
and breathe.
Breathe.
I think that is one of the things that I have mentioned when we did our training, the importance of breathing. I did
Hmm.
mention that
Yes.
because it actually helps in just as many situations as you can think of when you find
Hmm.
yourself in that place, whether it's sadness, whatever emotion it is that you are experiencing. If you
Yep.
can take a moment and breathe and slowly count down, you can actually reset yourself.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And that's all you need because your brain needs air and I'm certain that there's all these technical terms of what's going on up in there, but it just needs a reset. Just needs a reset. And that day, and it was last Thursday, after that moment, I went outside. It was cold, doesn't matter. Walked around. My thing is nature. And if I had my way, I would be near some water. But you know what? I have to go walk around the block. That's good enough for me. Right? And then the next morning, I get up and I write 20 pages. Of course, because it's already in there. It just needed to find its way out. Right? And
Mm.
so I am a living, breathing witness and an example of the work that I do. It's not for other people, it's for me and for you, right?
It's amazing that you said that because I realized that's one of the things I realized on my journey as a life coach is
Mhm.
that, and I think that's the same thing that actually said on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
like where we're doing our work, it starts from us.
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
think based on the question someone had asked, but when we really think about it, a lot of times we're doing it for us first in terms
Yes.
of centering ourselves.
Mhm.
And sometimes we receive the hardest backlash from people because they expect, as a coach, you already never go into the pitfalls of losing self confidence
Right.
or making mistakes or not being human. And I
Right.
think that's another thing he spoke about, being human.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it because of the expectations of others, they expect a non-human reaction from us when at the end of the day we're all humans, we're all learning.
Yep.
But where we fall in our expertise is maybe we would have studied a little bit more in that area. Maybe we are there because of our own life experiences, but at the end of the day we will rise and fall, make mistakes,
Mhm.
recover, etc., because we are still all humans.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the best clients that we will have are clients who are really open minded enough to understand that I'm here because you may have studied in this area and you can help me get out here, or I'm here because you have actually experienced these things.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
right. Yep.
Wow. It just being able to piece all this stuff together, like you said, being human, that's first and foremost. And I don't think we give ourselves grace on that. Like,
No.
we have to acknowledge that we are humans,
Mhm.
right? We are a being, an entity,
Mhm.
right? We're just having an experience.
Indeed.
We're just having an experience.
Yeah.
And it's up to you how you navigate that experience,
That's right.
right? You have a choice in how you respond, because there's some things that are out of your control.
True.
But however, you have the opportunity to respond differently.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
yourself grace, give
Yeah.
yourself mercy. Our
Right.
higher power does, so why can't you?
Yeah. Yeah. But responses require a pause.
Mm.
Reactions do not. Reactions happen boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
Responses,
say that again.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Slowly, because I know, because see, she said it the layman term way. See, I usually get those scientific with the frontal cortex and the amygdala. Say that again. Go ahead, break it down. Break it down. Hold up. You need a solo on that one. Hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah, responses require pause. And even if we don't, because a pause requires not necessarily thought, but it gives you the ability to choose. Until it's an automatic response when it comes to a certain trigger, if you will. But reactions they're quick. You don't think about them. And normally when reactions come, and especially the ones that don't serve you, it's because it's a trigger that has not been either uncovered, or it's a trigger that has been left untapped, or you haven't really figured out how to work through it instead of working around it. And so that's why, that ELI that I talked about earlier, that assessment has an ability to help you to figure those things out. There's things that but more importantly, there's things that are underneath the cover that it can allude to, which helps people to, when they engage with the coach, to really help to push through. Because we know about the things we know. This assessment has an ability to get to some of the things that are not right at the surface. It's kind of really underneath the surface, but really, getting in the way of us being able to elevate, to get to that level of excellence.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. That's it. I agree wholeheartedly. So yeah, that's okay. They need your undivided attention on that one. So although me and Andrea, we love to be on here with you, but we ain't want to make no distractions.
No, I get you.
They needed that undivided attention to really absorb what you were saying, because it's so true. So true. So if you can in our chat give us the link, and then we'll make sure we'll post it. I don't know if you can find the community chat, but if you put it in our chat, we'll make sure, Andrea, I will make sure we put it in for everyone else.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
There it is.
If Andrea, if you can put that in the actual major chat, so that way people can have that link.
Yeah.
And because I saw some people saying, hey, I want it. I'm in. So speaking of, excuse me. Ooh, I need some water. But if any of you have gotten some gems or value from this so far, just by hearing what you've heard, what you've experienced, this excitement that you see on this, just put gems in the chat. I want to see you just say gems, just the word gems, because that way I want to know if you're getting something from this. Even though you may not have been there on Saturday, but if you can get a glimpse of something, that's why I do the recap, because I know everyone can't make it. But I want to make sure that you're left with something.
Yes.
It may not be everything, but it's something.
It was a lot. So you have to pick something.
It's a lot. You need a whole basket. To just put it all in. So Andrea just put it in the chat. So here it is right here. It's a form. You go there. It's going to take you right to Tamara, and you'll be able to do this assessment. Listen, you guys, it's free 99. That sounds about right? So let's
plus and so
plus a discount.
Hey. It's completely complimentary to you right now.
Right now, while supplies last.
Indeed.
While supplies last. Well, Tamara, you're more than welcome to hang out with us. I just thank you so much for your repeatedly, and I have to put that out there, repeatedly join and be part of this community, right? And the best part about it is like when you have one of those, we say, when you're like a really, like they're really a great friend. How do you know that? Because you cannot see each other for a while and you pick right up like you never left off.
That's right.
And that's how it is with you in this family, right? You've been, MIA for a couple years, but picked right up like you never left.
That's
like
exactly
we've never
right.
been apart. And that's the beauty of it, right? That's the beauty of it, because you go back to what feels great. You goes back to what aligns with you. And so I'm happy and glad for this alignment. So
absolutely. It's one of our sorors says like cook food. Like the really, really, really good edge of the crunchy part.
Like that, the edge of the mac and cheese, the crusty.
Yeah.
Or the brownies.
Or the brownie, right? Any edge of something that's the best part, and that's what this is like. That's how we are. That's the best part. And so when I saw the call, I was like, 10 years, click. Like, where have I been? What do you mean 10 years? Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
I remember the first one. I remember the second one. I remember the third one.
You remember when it was just a thought and an idea?
I remember.
Because you're coaching and my whatever I thought I was doing at the time. They were all thoughts and ideas.
That's right.
They were just dreams.
That's right. And look at us. And look at us now.
Look at us now.
Right. Come on.
You knocking down those C-suites. Come on now.
That part.
Well, once again, thank you so much for just giving us another nugget, another taste, another recap, another just giving us you. How about that?
Yeah.
And allowing us to just, chill and just hang out with you for this recap. I just love it. This is like, lamb chop and sherry. This is the expo that never ends. And it goes on and on, my friend.
And it goes on and on.
And on, my friend. Yes. So once again, you can hang out backstage with us. And if you're still here, we'll bring everybody back up. But thank you. Thank you. You're quite welcome. Quite welcome. So Andrea, wow. Can we say wow?
That's all we can say, because
that's all we can say is
find the right words. It's just too much.
It's way too much. Way too much. So it's but I want to go back for a second in these comments, because we had, I think this is it. Marlena, you want to read that one?
Oh yes, she did show up. All speakers did show up and were able to move the audience. This was a great experience. Can't wait to be part of the next one this coming year. Wow, I love that. Marlene, shout out to you. Oh my goodness. So I can give you a little story about Marlene. Marlene called me. She's like, Andrea, I want to go to this conference, but I need to get some time off. I hope her boss isn't listening. But she was able to make it all the way from Florida. And guess what? We both met Marlene. Carlin and I met Marlene at the Les Brown conference they had in Orlando. That was on the 1st of September.
That was the one that I said, pack your bags and let's go.
Yes, you did. So imagine now we've been able to make that connection. When I tell you, Marlene was able to come down there and see what happens at CYWC and Expo. And you hear what she said? She has to be there next year. Remember I said earlier, if you missed out this time, make sure you mark your calendars for next year, the second week in December, because trust me, it only gets better.
It only gets better. It gets how you say it gets. I had a friend used to tell me it gets greater later.
Greater.
I didn't understand that. So I'm like, why do you keep saying that? And I'm like, oh yeah, I actually like that now. It's greater later.
Or it's like wine. They like to compare it to, the longer you keep the wine, the better it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, this is 10 years of amazingness, of awesomeness, of cultivating, of creating, of marinating. Oh yes. So let me just pull this up for a second. So we had some special guests in the house, right? We had a queen. We had our, Miss Black America of all times. She would like to tell you. We had some, we had some singers. We had our DJ. We had, oh my gosh, Masha T. Miss Tina Marie. Oh my God. If you wasn't there, you missed her. Let me tell you. We had our him story and her story authors in the building. We had, and it's so funny because I just had I had it pulled up. See if I can pull it back up. Miss Stacy, who's actually in the chat. She was one of our special guests from the him story, her story. She has an organization called Single Mom Zone. And what I love about, this is one of the things, like she uses the book, Her Story, for a fundraiser. She uses it for a fundraiser, which I think is just so cool. I'm trying to see if I can pull, where is my Her Story? I see him story. Where's Her Story? Okay, I don't have my stuff queued up right. Okay. I don't have my stuff queued up right. Okay, yes, I could do this. So let's just give you a little snippet of what Her Story is real quick. That just gives me like, right? Just to even the memories, right? The memories of the Her Story. Oh gosh, it's turned into, like you said, it's more than just a book. It's a whole movement. It's just, I can't even put this stuff into words. This thing is a thing. It's a thing. Hey, I want to just real quick too give a shout out to one of the sponsors, one Trip Over the Moon. Shout out, One Trip Over the Moon. Yeah, One Trip Over the Moon. That was one of the sponsors. Yes. All right. So, speaking of special guests, we were gracious enough to have some, some people might want to call them celebrities, I guess, but they were radio personalities, right? So we have a station here in Philadelphia, our praise station, because we got to praise, right? So we were graced by Brother Marcus from Philly Favor. But we also had another queen that came to the space. And she has, her segment is Inspiration by Charmaine, right? Charmaine Inspiration. Did I say that right? Okay, all right. She gives inspirational messages, and this is just what she does every day. How do I know? Because I get them every day. Whether I want them or not, I get them every day. I'm just kidding. But listen, let's bring up Charmaine to the stage. Welcome, Charmaine. Yes! From Philly Favor. Listen,
hello.
She kicked us off. She was right behind. Oh my gosh. I wasn't there, but I saw the video of the opening that led to you, which was the singing with the dad. I'm gonna let you talk about that because, yeah, I'm just going. You tell people who you are and all that experience and all that juiciness. Because when I saw you on the chat, I said, no, you got to come on here with us. Come on here with us.
I'm so excited to be on with you guys. Wow. Your conference was wow. I had so much fun being there, just hearing all of the speakers. First of all, my name is Charmaine. I'm from 100.7 FM, Philly Favor. I do the inspiration every morning, and it was such a pleasure coming to this conference. See, when you go to different conference, you don't know what to expect. And I did not know what to expect at this conference, and I was blown away. By the time I left there, I was full. Every speaker that came up had something good to say. I mean, you left really full. I mean, whatever you had on your mind that maybe I don't know how to do this, or maybe I was full. Everything. They give every different words in every different ways. I left so full. And I appreciate you, Carolyn, because it's because of you this happened. And I am so appreciated to you for this.
Oh wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Woo boy.
I don't know if you've been hearing that, Carolyn, but that word, you gotta focus on it full. When you spoke to me earlier, what did I tell you? I didn't know what Charmaine was about to say, but I said full.
Full. Yeah. Full.
And I was listening to something that Les say that you have to be full and leave out of here empty. And I'm like, wow, wow. God give you so much inside of you that you have to be full to help other people, right? You have to be full with what he give you so you can pour out to others. So you say you have to be full. So when you leave here, you have to be empty because you pour out so much to people, and everyone just pour out of their soul.
Yes.
And it's something about you pouring out from your soul. You touch life in such a way people can feel you when you pour out from your soul. And I left full. I was happy that you invited me to come here, and trust me, you got me now. You got me now.
You had no idea.
You got me now. And yeah, I love the part that everything was broken up. It was from the speakers giving their story, from you letting God use you in a mighty way to pour into somebody that was hurting. So I love that part, that it break up in all different way, because you was pouring into somebody's life. You was seeing what the young lady was going through, and a hug do so much. When you tell somebody that you love them and care for them, that do so much. I was even in tears when I saw that piece, because that girl was just bawling, really, because she couldn't believe that so much love was poured into her. And that is so good. Us as the lady has to pour into each other, because we all go through so many things in our life, and we don't know at one point what your sister is going through. So when you feel that she's going through something, lend a hand to her, give her love, encourage her, tell her how special and important she is, and I thank God for each and every one of you, because you guys are special. We're created with purpose, and we're created with destiny. I love how you say you have to know your why. Why are you here? What are you here for? Because you're here for a reason. God has created us with purpose, and he has created us with destiny. Know who you are in this season. Even as the year is coming to an end, know who you are as you go into 2025. Because God has a plan and a purpose for your life. Know that purpose. Carolyn, there is one thing I wanted to share.
Yes.
Coming to your event was a dream for me. I wanted to be on stage in a different platform. I've been on stage a lot, but in a different platform. And I said to myself one day, Les Brown has been my icon for years. And I said, one day I want to meet this man in person. And God just made it that way. You see, there's power in your tongue. Whatever you say out of your mouth, just know that it will become your reality. your dreams will become your reality. If you just have faith, believing that it is so. He said, write your vision down and make it plain. On my vision board, that was my last vision. I said, I want to speak on a platform and meet somebody that I have never met before. That was my last vision on my vision board. I said it for December 31st. Lord, let me meet somebody that I haven't met before by December 31st. And here I go, was on your platform, meeting Les Brown, that I only dream about meeting. So write the vision down, make it plain. He said it, and if you believe it, it will become your reality. And not just write down the vision, but put a date on it. So for 2025, whatever you're dreaming, whatever you want to do with your life, write the vision down, make it plain, and put a date on it, and see God work. Because if he did it for me, he definitely will do it for you, because God is no respecter of person. Once you believe him, once you trust in him, he will do great things for you and blow your mind. So thank you so much, Carolyn. Keep on doing what you do, because you're doing great things. And sometimes we take things for granted, the little things we do, and don't even know the impact that we're impacting people's life. And surely you are impacting so many people's life. It was evident when I came to your conference and see all those ladies there. That's to know that you have poured into all these ladies. And continue to do what you do, my sister. You ain't seen nothing yet. This 10th year, God is about to do some greater things is in store for you guys. And I'm so thankful and grateful that you'd want me to be on your platform.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And see, and you had no clue. You had no clue. I know you probably, when I finally made that announcement, you probably had a little conniption like, did she just say what I think she just said? Because nobody knew that little sprinkle that I added to the top of this smorgasbord. Because we already had the whole buffet. We had the buffet. We had the 3-course meal. We already had the appetizers. We had the main course. We had the dessert. We even had the little wine and the tea or whatever it is, your beverage. We had the whole shebang shaboodle. 5-star restaurant. We had it all. And then Les was that little Cheerio. He was a little sprinkle, like sprinkles. He was the sprinkles on top. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, I sent something. I don't know if she's still listening, but I know Stacy, I sent something to you if you want to pop on with us. Because she's, like I said, she's one of the BSAs. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. I see some people back here. Okay. Oh, there we go. So you know what? Let's bring on let me bring on one of the speakers. Since we just talked about the speakers, who's actually joining us all the way from Jamaica. La. So we talked about all the amazing speakers. Okay, now she's like, she just died. She just did where's she at? Okay, there she go. Are you ready? Because I'm about to bring you on, Miss Charlene. Miss Charlene. Oh, she's like, what? Oh my goodness. Okay, so there you are.
Yeah, I'm driving, so.
All right. Awesome. So you've been listening a little bit. I saw you backstage.
No, I haven't been listening because I just logged on. I haven't been listening a lot. I just logged on.
Okay, no problem. You want a second to get together? Do you want a second?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not the one who's driving. I'm being driven. Diana is. I'm with Diana.
Turn left onto South 33rd Street, Miramar
All
Parkway.
right, I'll bring you back. Give me a second. I'll bring you back on. All right. So less was pixie dust. That's what Marlene said. She said less was the
Yeah.
pixie dust. Last was the pixie dust. And so speaking of pixie dust, so Charlene, thank you so much for bringing what you brought. You helped set the tone off. You did everything that you just do. You bring the inspiration. And so when you were asking, what can you do? And you was like, well, I could just say a word. And I'm like, you know what? That's your lane of excellence. That's your lane of brilliance. That's what you can do. And it was well received. It was so timely. And just thank you for you just pouring into us. And we hope that we were able to pour back into you. But considering that we heard the word full, I think there's an overflow that's happening for everyone. I know it is for me. I know it is for me. So now I see, oh, no, she went away. I'm looking for, okay. So speaking of little pixie dust, so I'm gonna put you backstage so you can still listen, and then we'll come back. So
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. You are so quite welcome. So Andrea, I mean, we're gonna say that word again. What is it? Wow, right?
Wow.
Wow. So here's another wow. So we got the pixie dust. So another wow factor. So we won't be bringing less tonight. Although sometimes I'll just be surprising people. But we're gonna bring one of the next best things, right? We're gonna bring this little fireball that we met down in Orlando. You actually saw her video earlier when I talked about the workshops.
Yes.
Dr. Kai, are you ready?
Let's win.
Yes, let's win with Dr. Kai Win.
Hello. How are you? How's everybody tonight?
Yes. How are you?
Oh my goodness. Every time we all get together, I'm getting goosebumps. That just mean one thing. The spirit is in the house. That's the right connection. Oh, I'm just grateful for you and Andrea for coaching us so that we can make that impact for those who show up. So, I'm so happy that I'm here. Tell me, what's going on?
Oh, wow. We've been recapping. We showed your video. We let everyone know what you did. You had Tamara came on. So, now that you're here, and for those who may have missed the video earlier, which was amazing, by the way. Oh my gosh. I even went into your workshop because I told everybody I walked into everybody's workshop. Let me just give everybody a snippet for a second. I had a moment. Now here's the funny thing, right? As much as we do, we do our content and we post stuff on social media, and it just no one seems to like the stuff, and don't really matter, but you post it anyway, right? And you just post it because you post it, and whatever happens sometimes you're intentional, other times you're not. So there was a moment because everyone kept telling me, make sure you enjoy the conference. And I'm like, I will. But I gave myself, it was 2 moments that I clearly remember when I became present, like present. And I was outside of your room and Tamara's room. I could see both of you. When I was standing in the hallway, I could see the 2 of you standing through the window doing your thing. And I was like, wow. Like this is the picture that was always forever embedded in my head. And then I turned and I saw registration, and I saw people congregating at registration. And then I turned once again and I saw the 2 of you up there doing your magic, right? Like wait a minute, I need Tamara to know that, because I'm talking about her right now. So I need her to come on here real quick. So Tamara.
Hello.
So this was the visual that I saw. And I'm like, I turned and because you're both of your rooms, you were side by side and you had these windows. And and you had your doors open too. That's such a welcoming thing. You had your doors open, like, come on in. And you're both up there doing your things. And I'm like, wow. Like this was only in my
That's us right there.
I can only, see you 2 doing your thing. And then I turn and I look, and then I see, the hallway, just people, interviews and hugging and and connecting. And then I saw the red carpet, the silhouette of people at the red carpet getting interviewed for the VIPs. And then I heard the music in the main room, and I just had this moment of like, this was only in my head, and now it's actually happening. And I thought I was recording that. But in that moment, I just got so, as we say, the word of the day. Anyone know the word of the day? Put it in the chat.
Wow.
Full.
Full.
I was full. Full to the point of overflow. And that overflow just, my eyes were leaking, y'all. My eyes were leaking. I almost lost my eyelashes, but my eyes were leaking. And I just caught this moment, and I thought I was recording and talking about what I was seeing and experiencing. But would you believe that all I captured was like 15 seconds of me bawling, crying? And of all the content that I ever create, that went viral?
Oh,
the
yes,
last I checked, that went viral. That's like 2.7 thousand people looking at me going, but you can't get no more realer than that. There wasn't even, so that meant that was what was supposed to show. Like we heard Charmaine say, when we were all touching everyone from the soul level. Mm-hmm. Because that's how it was set up. Right. For us to reach people soul to soul, heart to heart, mind to mind. So Tamara, I had to have you on here so you can say your sister, your next door neighbor, and so that you know that this is what I saw, and it just filled me up. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, filled me up. I'm gonna see if I can find this thing, because I'm gonna tell you, it's like 5-10 seconds. It's not even that long. It's not even that long. It's crazy. I was like, really? I looked, I was like, 2.4. What in the world? I said, oh my Lord. I said, that's what goes viral? Not that I'm trying to go viral, but that's what goes viral? Oh, geez, oh, Pete.
But you know what comes to my mind though.
2.8. Here I am. Wait. That's it. Look, and the song in the background is, oh. But I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Something that just came to me is that we understood the assignment. Yes. We didn't come for ourselves. Mm-hmm. We came with the right presence, and not necessarily right and wrong, but we came with who we were. And we did what we were meant to do, to be what we needed to be in those moments.
Yeah, absolutely. Whew. Wow. Yeah. Enough said.
Wow again.
Another wow. So that's another word. Wow. So Kai, why? So Kai, wow and full. Those are the two words. Yes, the words of the day, boys and girls, or ladies and gentlemen. Wow and full. Follow the bouncing red ball. So Kai, we're gonna give you, we're gonna do this minute, right? Do your minute thing. Tell everybody like what they can take from you now, because we already showed them what you were going to talk about. So leave them with something now, and something that someone can get later when they watch this replay, and maybe a gift or something, so they can thrive in 2025. Yeah,
I love that word, thrive.
It's all you.
Well, my workshop topic was about turning self-doubt into strength, but not just empowering the fellow sisters and brothers there, but to actually have that things more hands-on that they can actually take away. Because when I came on, when I was invited for the workshop for your conference at CYWC, celebrating New Women Conference, one of the things that I was thinking about is New Year's is around the corner, and you know what happened. And I call this phenomenon the March to Resolution Graveyard. Why? Because by March, whatever the resolution that most people make die, right? They're all at the graveyard. And you see, change, real change is really hard, right? That's why you can't rely on motivation alone, right? We cannot rely on motivation alone. Why? Okay, I'll give you an example. Motivation is like your flaky friends back in college. They'll show up for a party, but then they're nowhere to be found during the cleanup times, right? You can't rely on it. So that's why in this workshop, we actually came up with a systematic framework, a way to overcome those self-doubt, overcome those toxic thoughts. Do you know that our brains actually go through at least 60,000 thoughts? Like imagine all those notifications on your phone, right? And so one of the things that I learned over the year as a person who actually went through traumatic experiences and has to deal with a lot of toxicity and a lot of negative thoughts, and also just being real here, even suicidal ideation three times different stages of my life. I know how hard it is to be on the other side, but you know what? You are the story. You are unique. Nobody else can do what you can do. You have that unique gifts. But you see, sometimes this year theme is pressing forward, right? Sometimes pressing forward feels like a joke, right? When you can barely get out of bed. Pressing forward feels like a joke when your bank account is screaming otherwise. So for me, as a scientist, it's not only enough for us to just feel motivated and feel empowered. We need to be strategic on how we can get through it different phases, because real change is really hard. We can get through each of the changes, transformations that we're going to take in a tiny way. So what we talk about during the workshop and what I'm going to tell you now as the new year comes is just attack it in tiny pieces. And you see, there's this concept called tiny habits, and you should actually look it up. It's the book by BJ Fox. And what happened is that in order for any changes to stick, whatever the tiny actions you're taking has to be less than a minute, right? Because why, right? There's this resistance of changing, doing new things. We're all holding on to that old familiar patterns that we don't want to change, right? That's why most of our New Year resolution fails, right? Because we're so comfortable in what we used to do, and that's what our brain thrives on. But in order for that resistance to be broken down, we gotta attack it in a tiny portion. So I'll give you an example. We all brush our teeth, right? So one thing you can do is tag on to one of the tiny activity you want to do to the existing activity you're already doing, right? So going back to the negative thoughts, for example, you can say, as I'm brushing my teeth, I will try to investigate why these thoughts are coming. Is it true, right? And or even as you're making coffee or as you're waiting for the bus, you will try to find a new perspective to the toxic thought you're having. Because when was the last time one negative thought just follow you around all day and ruin your entire day, right? And we can't live like this anymore, right? And your self-doubt, your negative thought, whatever the crappy, shitty things that has happened to you, it has an expiration date. Do you hear me? Expiration date. It starts right now. What time is it? It's 9 p.m. EST. It has an expiration date. The reason why you're feeling self-doubt, what if you believe in yourself as much as you doubt yourself, right? And so in order for those real changes to happen, we gotta do it in tiny pieces, because real change, it takes time. And I'm not here to tell you that things gonna get easier, because as a person who went through crap, who went through traumatic experiences, who felt erased and insignificant, it doesn't get easier, not right away, right? But if you can break it down into tiny bite-sized chunk, that's all enough. And earlier, Tamara was talking about just breathe. That is so true. When was the last time you acknowledge how much strength it takes to just keep on breathing? So the reason why you're here, the reason you're watching this, it's I just feel that it's ordained. You are meant to do great things, but it can't happen, right, if you're not embracing yourself. So don't doubt yourself, and let's try to take tiny action, one breath at a time. You don't have to worry about what's going to happen for the entire year, next month. You just have to worry about what's going to happen in the next hours, and break it down into bite-sized chunk strategy. Okay, be strategic. And as Caroline may know, I'm a process geek. I love systems and processes, because our time on this earth is short. So why are we wasting time doing inefficient things, right? Or maybe it's just the science in me just coming out. But anyway, so because of that, the clients that I've worked with, one of the things that we discover is not to become more efficient so that you can just, not one of those like, make better improvements so that you're out of a job. Not that kind of efficiency. The efficiency, the optimization I'm talking about is so that you can gain back time. And people always talk about these days about high performance, but we need to align what we want to do, what we are called to do, with our energy that's being spent, right? Our energy is like our phone. If you just keep on using all days on playing games and apps, what happens? It drains your energy, right? In the same way, if you just are spending your energy, your mental resources, which are finite, by the way, and scientifically there is proof, right? You're not going to have any energy left on the things that matter to you, that you're called to do. And so for the CYWC community, I want to offer you my time. It's not limited, right? But I just hope not like 1,000 people just sending me messages. But I want to offer you my time, because as Caroline knows, as my family knows, I love doing this. I love helping women feel empowered and equipped. And I come from, science, technology, engineering, and math. And I've been in education for a long time. I've been in tech. And so if you need any help with resume recrafting, I'm your girl. Hit me up. If you need any help with anything at all, in terms of strategy, in terms of job searching, in terms of learning more about your brain, or how to get into tech, or how to code, how to do science, anything at all, right? I'm your girl. Just send an email. I have it ready. It's embrace.invisible.wins with an S, because we're not only going to embrace one invisible wins, but multiple wins, right? Invisible, that's the keyword. So embrace.invisible.wins@gmail.com. And then in the subject line, right, CYWC offers.
Hold that closer up to the camera.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. embrace.invisible.wins@gmail.com, and just put CYWC offers. Thank you. O-M to the G. Yes.
As Caroline know, one of the things, This lady here on the screen, Dr. Caroline Wilson, she is a beast. Calling her a warrior, she's not from this earth, I feel like, right? She just plowed through it because putting on this event, hey, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of time. She has to go through a lot. She has to contact to even ask for Les Brown to show up. She wants to do a lot, y'all. You had no idea what she and the team at CYWC went through. It's a lot. But anyway, next year, that's why you need me, okay? Improve system and processing. But anyway, besides the point, this lady is the beast, right? She was sick. She was coughing. She wasn't getting better. And one of the things that we all as women fall into is not taking care of ourselves. We're a natural nurturer, right? And we just want to give. And even when we don't have anything to give, what do? We still try to squeeze it out from whatever way we can to give more. That's why we need to take care of ourselves. And it's something that we women need to do more of. And so, that's one of the reasons why I get into the coaching space, to help people come up with anti-burnout strategies. I know it's a little crazy, right? Because, girl, we need to stick together. We need to find ways to take care of ourselves. Because that's one of the reasons why we're all burn out. And then, what happened when we're physically tired, we're also mentally tired. And then we're also mentally tired, and then we're sick, and our immune system all shut down, right? And most of the time, people don't understand there's this whole connection between my body and brain and everything that happens. So all I'm saying is we all need to take care of ourselves. Take time. As we go into New Year, that's another thing. The tiny action you can do, right? It's just going for a walk or stepping outside for 1 minute or even putting some facial mask before you go to bed. That's also self-care. Okay, so anyway.
Kai got it. So I put the information in the chat. Here it is right here. Embrace.invisible.wins@gmail.com. In the subject line, put CYWC offer, and she gonna hook you up, y'all. She gonna hook you up. Thank you, Kai, for jumping on. Stay backstage for a second. We're gonna bring a couple more things. We're gonna close this thing out. We're gonna all come together in like 2.4 seconds. So thank you. See you in a second. So, Andrea, what's the word again? What's the word again?
Well, the main word. The main word is full, but we have two words. We can't just say full because it's extraordinary. We got to say wow, full,
wow,
full.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, full for the overflow.
Yeah.
That kind of full.
That kind of full.
Because that means, here's the thing. That means, as what Kai was saying, you got to take care of yourself. That means that if we're that full, let's do some self-check inventory. If we left there that full, ladies, that means we were on empty. That part right there. And before we go, because I want to bring up my sisters right here, our BSAs, our volunteers, there's Stacy, there's Bev Brooks from WBNC. She wears many hats, y'all. Many hats. She's, part of our sponsor, her and her husband, WBNC Breaking Chains Radio. She's a BSA. She's in the Her Story series. She's also, good gosh, she's like, when you see me, you see her. When you see her, you see me. She's project manager. She was the one running around with a chicken with a head with a chicken with a cut off. Instead of me, it was her this time. So hey, when you that's who you saw. That's who you had to go.
Let's not forget to sing happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Stacy, sing. You're the singer.
Go ahead, sing, Stacy.
Happy birthday, dear Beverly. Happy birthday to you and many more.
Oh wow. Yeah, see, that's love. She was like, my birthday tomorrow and I'm spending time here. That's love. Thank you. Much love, much love, much love. So we're getting close to the hour where I have to cut it out soon, but I wanted to give you guys a chance because Stacy was on there like, Gems, but I was a volunteer. So because Stacy she was at registration, so she was part of that visual I was seeing. So for her to hear Kai and to hear Charmaine and to hear Tamara, Stacy, what does that mean? What did that mean to you to now hear some of that?
It was wonderful. I just want to say, first of all, that I am in awe of all that you are that you represent and all that you do. And I appreciate all that you did to bring us our mentor, Les Brown, and all of the Holy Spirit was there. The Holy Spirit was there. And it meant a lot to hear the speakers. I know we don't have much time. I did want to just touch on the fact that I think my why was that I am always looking for what was taken from me at such a young age, which is to recognize what love looks like. And when I came to Philadelphia, I saw love everywhere, from the from the airport, from the Lyft ride in, from the CYWC conference, from on the way back home. It was love, and I was glad to be a part of that. I want to leave just a little gem, which is what I speak on is the 5 love languages, which is really quickly acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, words of affirmation, and physical touch. So that's why you saw me just running around trying to hug on people, love on people, do whatever I could to help, do it, just be present in the moment, because that's what I'm all about. And I'm just honored to be a part of the Her Story anthology. We are pressing forward in 2025. We already have 5 opportunities to share her story in the Black Pearl bookstore. So yes, we are pressing forward with that seed that you sowed. So I want you to know that it's flourishing and your efforts are not gone in vain.
Awesome. That's a bookstore, a Black-owned bookstore in Austin.
Yes.
Texas.
Yes.
Yes. And we just got put in Nubian bookstore in Atlanta, Georgia. So that's added to the fold. So thank you so much, Stacy, for making this journey. And I know it was, I'm proud of you for making the journey. We'll just say that, and we'll leave it at that.
Yes.
Beverly, before we go, 2 seconds. Because I gotta get baby girl, because baby girl's on the bus. So I gotta get her.
I don't know what to say. I truly don't know what to say. It was still processing, still taking in everything that was put out, and being able to comprehend everything that was said, to be able to put it together, to then apply it to my life and anybody else's life that I can talk to and share the information that was given. But all I can say is amazing jobs to the speakers, amazing job to the volunteers. Andrea, you was on point. Love you for that. Stacy, you did everything that you could do, and you was popping with yours. Every last volunteer, look, this was a good one.
This was a good one. From the volunteers to the honorees to the special guests to the speakers to the workshop, to the workshop leaders, to the people came from near and far. We did have Charlene on with Empress Diana, but they I guess because maybe they're driving, they lost signal. But this is just a snippet just a snippet. Not to mention the men, and we had LA who was on earlier, but he got knocked off because his wife was on Facebook and knocked him out. So LA, Alex was, one of our him story. He was actually, the voice that, he's the other Leslie. He was the other voice that we was hearing, over the loudspeaker. He was one of our, other MCs. We had Roger Williams as our MC. We had, oh man, we had Eson, we had Dr. Howard, we had Dr. Dr. Mark, we had Jermaine, we had we had Ayana, we had, I'm trying not to miss anybody. We had Martin, we had somebody else, and I'm trying to remember who the other name was. Okay, it'll come to me. But we just had there were so many people. I felt like the little old lady in the shoe had so many kids, she didn't know what to do. It was there were so many people that I had to remember. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Ooh. So yeah, and then also the people who just came in the doors. The people who came looking for something. And I pray that they left with more than enough. And it's something that I want us to leave out on, and it keeps going away, but I'm going to find it again. So if you guys had to say one word to other than our wow and other than our full, one by one, what would it be?
Magnificent.
Powerful.
Excellent.
I'm left with amazing.
Inspired.
Ready.
Ladies, and the gentlemen who are out there and who joined us, and Tom and Les, Uncle Les, and everyone. I mean, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet to every ounce of my body, I thank you. There was a lot of determination, a lot of focus that went into this, a lot of heart and soul work. And I just thank you. I thank you. This was our conference. Yes, there was an assignment. Yes, we met the assignment, because this was not just in a conference. You guys already knew it was an assignment. So with that, we're going to go out on this is Stacy's song, y'all. Be determined, y'all.
Now, awareness, attitude, so therefore emotions arising, even underscore.
Yes! All right, y'all. See ya. Love you guys. See you next year. Year 11. That's a magical number right there. Can't wait. All right, second weekend in December. Make sure you're in Philly. See you guys. Love you.
Love ya.
Determination.